Hi there guys, welcome back to Dad Plays Stuff and another episode of the Merc Showcase. Today we're going to be tackling Innocence. Now before we start, please leave a like, a comment and subscribe. Now Innocence is a weird one. A family of young pilots, all wearing similar plug suits of varying colours. They take any mission in order to pay the bills and ultimately they're fighting to survive, yet despite a lot of close calls, they always turn up alive. Now, as it went the whole way through this, spoiler alert. Now normally I would go into the character, their outer ability and their arsenal. However, Innocence has basically all the same outer ability, or rather lack of one. They all seem to die during battle, but show up at later points unharmed, and people aren't sure if they have some crazy regenerative qualities or are in fact immortal. So that goes for all of them. So instead of mentioning it after each character, I just thought it was easier to say that right off the bat. But yeah, first off, you can see we have Jack, the plucky and slightly naive leader of Innocence. His arsenal is an all-round combat unit, built to take a wide variety of situations. However, it's said to have a unique ability that brings out Jack's true potential as a pilot, whatever that really means. Its name is Ogre Gamma. Now Jack leads his team with a can-do attitude and a considerable measure of skill. He's your typical Boy Scout, and I don't mean that to sound like a bad thing. He's a young man with a good heart and a slightly unrealistic view of the world. He will easily throw his life away on the line in order to save others and is willing to take life-threatening blows for people he barely knows. He's also the best pilot of Innocence, and he has the strongest flight record in terms of missions, completing seemingly impossible circumstances, all for the payoff to aid his family. And Jack and all of Innocence all deeply care for each other, so he is pretty much a family man through and through.
Please don't destroy the tower just yet. That way, we can...
Now, Crow is the older sibling of Innocence. He has a more realistic view in the world than the rest, and slightly pessimistic at that as well. Now, his arsenal is another all-purpose combat unit with a tilt more towards the melee and close range side. It has a lot of mine-laying capabilities, making it difficult to fight in its preferred range without getting blown to hell. Its name is Ogre Alpha, which to me implies he was intended to be the leader of the group. Crow can be rather blunt. It's not a bad trait to have in my opinion. He's the type of person you can be 100% sure where you stand, and he makes it clear, mess with his family, and he will personally end your life. Now, he shows a level of frustration, however, with his younger siblings, especially Jack. His optimism and naive nature being the cause of this, and I think there's a touch of jealousy with Jack being the better pilot of the two. That being said, there's a lot of love there, and he clearly cares about all of his siblings.
Besides, do I look like the type to forgive someone who threatened to kill him?
Oh my, aren't you precious?
Now, Notes is the data man of the team. I'm assuming that's why he's called Notes. His arsenal is more of a mid-range fighter. Being more of an observation specialist, this makes a lot more sense than a direct combat style. Its name is Ogre Beta. Now, being the analyst of the group, Notes likes to sit back and observe. He doesn't particularly like to get his hands dirty, unlike his siblings who are pretty much up for a fight. This has advantages, with the rest of the team's judgment not being the best at times, possibly due to their youth or unique circumstances. There's not much else to really say about him, and Chill is quite similar, because all the characters are quite similar. I guess it's because they're all basically teenagers, I suppose.
Innocence is bowing out of this one too.
What's wrong? Do not decline on my account. This mission clashes with our ideals of justice, nothing more.
Surely it would profit you better.
Maybe, but regardless, Innocence is out. Good day.
Next up we have Chill. She's friendly, cheery, and sometimes rude, and a little bit flirty. Now, her arsenal is a sniper. She's basically the sniper of the squad, and it's basically loaded to the gills with what I would call the meta. So yeah, she's pretty much able to keep optimum distance at most of the time and deal some pretty good damage. Its name is Ogre Epsilon. Now, Chill is the first member of Innocence I remember meeting, and she makes a good impression in comparison to her siblings. She's quite level-headed and aware of how things are. She knows her lot in life and dreams solely to provide for her family and one day buy an island for them all to live. As currently they live from a meal-to-meal basis and struggle to pay for their arsenal repair costs. So she's worrying about the money side of it, which not all of them seem to be doing.
His name is Big Bald. Hey, what was your name again?
Big bad Gargantua! Quit saying I'm bald! I'm only 24! I just shaved my head is all!
Really? That looks a choice.
And finally, we have Rigid. Quick to action, slow on thought. Her arsenal is a mid-range to close arsenal, using shotguns to mince anyone stupid enough to get close, and a machine gun to follow up on them attempting to run away. Its name is Ogre Delta. Now, Rigid joins the likes of Klondike and Crimson Lord. She betrays everyone for Grief's promise of power, although in her case it was the power to protect her family. This isn't the first time she's shown rash decision-making skills. She basically tried to kill you outright in a mission where you are close to learning her family's dark secret. As a result, she's a bit unstable, and she makes some pretty questionable choices in general. But at the same time, it's all coming from a place of love for her family.
Stop. Why are you attacking me?
We're not attacking you, Rigid. We're trying to save you.
Stop attacking me. Stop it.
Now, the truth is that all the members of Innocence are, as speculated, immortal. For the most part, all thanks to the Ouroboros Tower, located in a neutral territory in the Oval Link. This allows them to take on missions any normal outer would have no hope of finishing, because even if they die, they won't be dead for long. Each member of Innocence is basically a science project for Grief's overall plan in the Oval Link, although it isn't entirely clear what part they played, or how he was involved exactly. He knew Crow by his experimental name, a fact that angered Crow immensely, and in a typical Big Brother fashion, he kept this fact to himself in order to protect the rest of his siblings.
That's enough, P1.
Don't call me that. Don't ever call us that!
Now, the fact that they are immortal and have been experimented on leaves them with a unique mindset. None of them have been at any real risk this entire time. Their lives are irrelevant since they can't die. Stuff like this, it breeds laziness. Why get better at piloting if you can survive even the most extreme circumstances? It also creates a wealth of potential mental issues, which manifested in Rigid specifically. She's considered the most gentle of the group, yet she must fight to survive. She shifts from calm to pretty damn unstable at the drop of a hat, and when boosted with the power of the Black Lotus, she expresses her willingness to kill anyone, including her family, if they get in their way. And in the end, the siblings destroy the tower and gain what they never had, a mortal perspective, to live their lives as if it's the last chance they'll ever get. It also explains why their arsenal repair costs are so high. I mean, if you know you can't die, you're probably going to take a lot more hits than you normally would. So that was the video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like, comment and subscribe if you did enjoy this video today, and catch us next time for more of the same, or who knows, more Pokemon videos. There's a lot of balls in the air at the moment, and yeah, have a good evening.